Honestly, today is massively important for markets, particularly crypto, Bitcoin, ETH being a risk-on asset. Yes, it's also a hedge against inflation, digital gold, but it trades like a risk asset, at least for now. What happens today with the FOMC expectations and NVIDIA earnings could, and more than likely will, decide Bitcoin's next major move. Now, we already know Bitcoin broke 90K, ETH broke 3K. Yes, they've bounced a little bit since, but extreme fear levels are very much still in place, like we saw in 2022, right? Now, if NVIDIA earnings do deliver another explosive beat, it can pull risk assets up with it, including, of course, Bitcoin and ETH. But, and this is the big but, if guidance turns cautious, the sell-off could accelerate. And on top of that, the market right now is bracing for what the Fed might actually signal next. Fewer rate cuts, potentially, paused cuts, or a shift in tone. Any of those could hit liquidity markets hard and could send Bitcoin straight down towards 85,000 or much lower, or spark a sharp reversal if the outlook softens. So in this video, I'm going to break down exactly what the catalysts are, the key levels for Bitcoin and Ethereum. And by the way, Ethereum's looking pretty good right now compared to Bitcoin. So let's just get straight into it. Okay, so NVIDIA and FOMC. FOMC drops at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's 7 p.m. UTC. And we'll get NVIDIA earnings at 4 p.m. ET. That's 9 p.m. UTC. Something to watch out for, and put that in your phone notifications or whatever. So I just want to first of all cover Bitcoin's potential bearish scenario. If the earnings on NVIDIA aren't great, they basically don't meet or beat earnings, and or the FOMC isn't really very conducive to healthy markets, then you could see the next levels being tagged. And you'll notice here, I am still expecting Bitcoin to at least rally to 104,000, where we have a major level, which is the 100-200 moving average. Okay, but ultimately we could see Bitcoin go as low here as 85,000, even as low as 75,000. I mean, if things got really ugly, but obviously this chart goes further out, but we could see a full-on bear market unfold, taking Bitcoin back down to the major buy zone, which is around 50K. But that's one for another video. For now, I want to focus on this area where we're currently trading, where I do think that Bitcoin very much needs to hold this 90K level, and we'll see what happens today. In my opinion, by the way, I do think it will hold, and I'll show you why. We just filled a CME gap on Bitcoin. This is the daily chart. 9 times out of 10, these are reversal zones in assets, and Bitcoin is no different. We've recently rallied off that CME gap. It came down to $88,500, and since then we've rallied. Now, if you run a fib level from April of this year's low to the high of 126,000, you'll see that Bitcoin right now is in this very healthy golden pocket zone. I'll just make that slightly bigger so you can see it. So $91,500 to kind of 89,000. That's the kind of support level that you want to be holding. The RSI is bottomed. The MACD is at a bottom, so it very much looks like a good reversal or buy zone for Bitcoin here. And the total crypto market cap, by the way, is at a support level, which is at $3 trillion. So we're seeing the total market cap, very interesting level right now of support. So in terms of Ethereum against Bitcoin, now if Bitcoin goes up, Ethereum in my opinion is going to go up even further. You can see Ethereum against Bitcoin in prices forming this bull flag. We also have the RSI at this very nice breakout point, which it's already breaking. And we're also seeing on the MACD, we have a crossover on the moving averages. So that's also very, very bullish. Ethereum Ethereum against Bitcoin. On this chart, you can see the bull flag forming. And also Ethereum in a chart right now is forming this inverse head and shoulders pattern. When you get a head and shoulder pattern like this, I'll show you the target here for Ethereum, because it's actually a trade that I'm in right now. It does look very, very good. So we have, approximately speaking, in terms of a level, in terms of a move, I think it's about 9% or so. 8.5%. So if you do 8.5% from the breakout point, you could expect a move taking you to about $3,400. And the other thing I would say, guys, in times like this where it's just really volatile, hard to call, you can use an AI assistant. Yeah, there's ChatGPT, there's Grok, but actually try coingpt. If you're using Telegram, it's on Telegram and it's free to use. For example, it gives you all the data, all the chart. I asked it earlier, is Bitcoin good long right now on the 1 4-hour chart? It's giving me a breakdown on the 1 hour, the 4 hour, what to suggest. I asked it, if scalp trading Bitcoin right now on the 15-minute chart, what are the key levels to watch? So it gives you all the support levels, all the resistance levels, and you can even do it to do things like auto trade as well. You can use the scanner feature, which is excellent because it allows you to scan technical indicators, for example, like the RSI, and I can say what's oversold on the daily, and it's going to give you the coins that meet that criteria. And there's many other cool things you can do on this bot as well. It really is your AI trading assistant on Telegram. So link down below for that. Thanks for joining me, guys, and I'll see you on another video later today. So have the bell turned on.